Welcome to BOJTV Trending News for top stories in local, regional and international news, along with sports and local weather forecast. I'm Carla. Coming up in our local trending news, PICA to roll out online application systems. Highly anticipated runoff for the post of President of the People's National Party set for annual conference. 48-hour curfew imposed in sections of Central Village St. Catherine. Affiliating to court for failing to return policeman's licensed firearm, and another murder rocks the parish of St. James. Now the details. The Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency PICA will shortly roll out its online application system for immigration and citizenship services. PICA's online passport application portal was recently tested by delegates at the 8th Biennial Diaspora Conference held last week at the Jamaica Conference Center in downtown Kingston. Director of Customer Service at PICA, Stephanie Gordon, informed that the new system will allow Jamaicans to apply for or renew their passport online at www.pica.gov.jm, pay for the service and have it delivered to them. We will be introducing the online passport application service as well as the online citizenship application, she said. Ms. Gordon said a number of people had visited the booth during the conference to apply for passports and to inquire about Jamaican citizenship. The highly anticipated runoff for the position of President of the People's National Party (PNP) is set for the annual conference in September. The party's executive committee has prepared September 7 as a day for the election of President and Vice President. The date must now be ratified by the National Executive Council, the PNP's highest decision-making body. The now President, Dr. Peter Phillips, is expected to be challenged by Manchester Central Member of Parliament Peter Buntin. In a statement Monday evening, the PNP said nomination opens on Monday, July 22 and closes on Friday, July 26. The parish of St. James has been rocked by another murder. This as gunmen continues to dominate over the joint military forces operating within the state of public emergency. The most recent incident, in which 25-year-old Kimani McIntosh was shot and killed, took place at Mud Valley in retirement yesterday. Reports by the Granville Police are that about 1 p.m. citizens living in Mud Valley summoned the police after hearing gunshots being fired in the area. They then saw McIntosh running towards a roadway where he collapsed. Upon the arrival of the lawmen, it was discovered that McIntosh was shot multiple times. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. McIntosh is the 7th person to be murdered in the parish of St. James over the past 14 days. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in sections of Central Village St. Catherine. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Monday, June 24, and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Wednesday, June 26. The boundaries of the curfew are as follows. Along an imaginary line in the vicinity of the Jamaica Defence Force range to Windsor Heights border. From the eastbound line of Mandela Highway from Astrum to the National Water Commission. The boundaries runs across the imaginary line to and from these 4 main areas. During the hours of the curfew, all persons within the boundaries are required to remain within their premises unless authorized in writing by the ground commander. 19 police inspectors have been elevated to the Gazetted Officer Corps of the Jamaica Constabulary Force as deputy superintendents. The Constabulary's Corporate Communication Unit, CCU, said among them are Women Inspector Camille Tracy from the Area 1 headquarters, Women Inspector Samantha Smith Daly from the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, Sisuka, as well as noted Inspector Detective Woman Inspector Michelle Campbell. 8 other women from divisions such as the National Intelligence Bureau, Operations Branch and Westmoreland are also among those promoted. Among the males who will now form part of the force's senior management team are Inspector Oret Basco, who heads the JCF Statistics and Information Management Unit that operates out of the Plan and Research and Development Branch, and one of the force's top forensic crime scene investigators, Detective Inspector Christopher Anderson. Inspector Terence McLean, who is at the helm of the JCF's Missing Persons Monitoring Unit, was also promoted, along with persons from St. James, St. Catherine South, Kingston Eastern, and the National Intelligence Bureau. The promotions were announced via the JCF Force orders on Friday, June 21. Those were your top stories making local trending news. Now join us for news from across the region, as well as our international stories, sports, and local weather forecast. from across the nation. Brazil's health ministry says deaths from dengue fever in the last 6 months have risen 163% from the same period last year. The minister said in a note on Monday that heavier rains and higher temperatures have been the contributing factor. It added that dengue has cycles and that the numbers of cases were lower the past 2 years. A report published Friday said 366 people died from the mosquito-borne disease from December 30 through June 8. It also reported a total of 1.1 million probable dengue cases, representing a 561% increase from the first 6 months of 2018. An estimated 600,000 of those cases are confirmed. On the international scene, fans flew off store shelves and water fountains offered relief from the heat as temperatures soared in Europe on Monday, with officials urging vigilance ahead of even hotter conditions forecast later in the week. Meteorologists blamed a blast of torrid air from the Sahara for the unusually early summer heat wave, which could send thermometers up to 40 degrees Celsius across large swaths of the continent, with France experiencing particularly hot temperatures. Authorities have issued warning against dehydration and heat stroke, in particular for children and the elderly, and hospitals have been placed on high alert. In a highly unusual move, French Education Minister Jean-Michel Blanquer announced a delay to national school exams to protect pupils during the heat wave. Over in our sporting report, after pulling out of the remainder of the Cricket World Cup, the West Indies injured all-rounder Russel is set to undergo surgery on his left knee tomorrow and should return to Jamaica within days. The 31-year-old, who has had the trouble with both knees in recent years, has been replaced by batsman Sunil Ambrose. Russel was limited to playing in 4 of the West Indies' first 6 games, but regularly expressed knee discomfort while batting, bowling and fielding, and was forced off the field on a number of occasions. He told reporters he's downhearted to be out, but is confident that he will be stronger after the operation. On our local weather forecast, insignificant feature trough across Jamaica. The trough will remain across the island over the next few days. Additionally, a tropical wave is expected to move across Jamaica on Wednesday. The forecast for this morning will see mainly sunny skies. During this afternoon, isolated showers and thunderstorms across central and western parishes. Tonight, mainly fair. Maximum temperature expected for Kingston as well as Montego Bay today is 35 degrees Celsius. That was BOJTV's trending news with the top local, regional and international stories, as well as sports report and weather forecast. Until next time, I'm Carla. Thanks for watching.
BOJTV.